We are indeed live. And I am watching.
Oh, good.
Let's just get a cover going. How do I not have one?
God, Rex is first. Welcome.
Yo, Rex. Grab that cover because I'm a lazy boy today.
What cover?
The video cover for the video.
I know, but what are you using?
I was just going to use one of the old ones, but apparently YouTube's being a dick today. And not letting me download an old one.
You should just use one of those knee shots I took.
Yeah, but then I'm going to have to make it. This is me not preparing. I didn't realise that YouTube was going to be an arse. There's more chance I'm going to be Mardy today.
Mardy?
Indeed. You know us Brits.
I'm guessing that is a British expression for can't be bothered. Or just in a mood.
In a mood.
In a mood.
Or if Colony Wars would have us believe I'll be a raging racist today. I finished it yesterday.
He hates that book's guts.
I do. I finished reading it yesterday, and
do you feel like it just insults you as a British person too much? Is that like Is that a part of it, or what?
No, it's a parody. Is the problem with that book? Thing is, me and the author obviously sat on the same side of the political spectrum.
Connor says, "Evening, Gav." Sorry, I had to give a Colony War jab there.
Connor, good lord. That's the shit I hear at work, and I work in a prison, and that's the prisoners talking. It's not how everyday people talk.
Mean?
A governor. It's like a sir.
So people just call you Gov. You know what I hate? People calling me boss. Like I'm at the grocery store, like, "How's your day been, boss?" I'm like, I'm not your boss, dude. Like, why are you calling me boss? I don't get it.
I can't say I've heard that one, or that being an American thing. Alright, that's all going. I just need to share on the things, so I'm going to go clacky clack on the keyboard. You entertain while I mute.
Okay, well, it might be more entertaining if you guys can see the game, so let me do that. Augusto Caesar. You should never give this game attention or famous because it's so bad that it's a shame to the original content. Well, you're welcome to that opinion, but I can't say I agree with it.
I think the world's just determined to piss me off at the minute, isn't it?
DRM lockdown. All requisitions come with free cornbread.
I was complaining to Adam off the air about how all the negativity at the minute. So good timing on that one, Augustus.
So right now I am ranking up my Lancer class. I'm currently at rank 4, so I need to get to the next one to unlock this bottom square down here for further perk grid customization. Allies deal 20% more damage to enemies targeting you. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I just don't have any more room. Damn it. I have been enjoying this heavy pulse rifle. I tried to speed up the fire rate a bit, so I have fire rate on the armature here. 15% fire rate boost on hit for 5 seconds, an overall 20% boost, and then another 20% boost. So the heavy pulse rifle is pretty slow firing by default, but fires a bit faster now with those attachments.
Not now, mate.
Alright, Augusto, come on, now you're just being silly.
White Abaddon says, what a coincidence. I was just booting up Fireteam to play while listening to one of Free League's Alien RPG streams featuring me. I don't think I did many of those, did I?
Did many what?
RPG sessions with I now can't remember the name of the podcast. It's the Free League fan guys. Oh, I can't remember the name of the podcast now, and this is annoying.
I know who you're talking about, but yeah.
So yeah, I did a few live streams of the RPG with those guys. Not many, but a few. It was fun. I enjoyed that. We're starting to play the RPG again as well, which is nice.
Augusto, if all you're going to do is bash this game we're going to play today, then we're not going to have that. So I think you made your point.
Are you set yourself as online?
Yeah, it should be.
I'm not seeing you. Mikey says, good morning, afternoon, evening, all you beautiful people. Hello, gorgeous, Mr. Mikey. Connor says the heavy pulse rifle is a pleasant surprise of this update. I actually quite like the update full stop. I really enjoy the Lancer.
The what?
What we got? I really enjoyed the Lancer.
Oh yeah, Lancer's a great class.
Although I now just have phalanx to level up. I think I'm going to play phalanx actually, because it looks like I can do the challenges on as this class. So we need to do some synthetics. What's that going to be? Giants in the Earth.
Yeah, we could do that. And we need the elite synthetics too.
Magnus Manson asks, are we still enjoying Fireteam? I am now that I had a bit of a break from it. I came back to it in the last couple of weeks. I'm really enjoying it again.
Okay, I think I'm gonna ignore the handgun challenge and just stick with my Lancer class.
Connor says he hasn't tried the Lancer yet. It's been so focused on getting the phalanx leveled up. You should try it, mate. It's surprisingly fun. Phalanx is my last one to rank up now. I ended up, because I had this little recent blitz on it, I went back and finished Doc and Recon and Lancer off. Oh, Mikey, you're too nice. White Abaddon says, interesting thing about that synth picture for the weekly challenge, the sniper it's holding isn't in the game yet.
We could probably just do standard, right? You want to do intense?
Just do standards, fine.
Alright.
Magnus says, got it half price off Steam. Overall, it's pretty fun and has an addictive quality. The format is right. Want to see more story? Yeah, I mean that will always be my general complaint.
She won't talk about. It's a trade secret.
I think that's
There's Haywire, Wayland, Utani security synths ahead. Cut through them.
Oh, hang on, I can't hear you over the dialogue at the minute. Right, sorry, what were you saying, mate?
I think more campaign content will be coming. They've already alluded to that in the Q&As that they've done. So I think after Season 4, which should be in June or July, we'll start to see some more campaign goodness. Because some of that's already been leaked via the data mines, so...
Yeah, what was it? Engineer Citadel.
The Xenos behind us weren't exactly safe.
Oh, what's that? That's that. And that's the shield. Okay, so that'll be good against... I've not played Phalanx in ages. I never really found the class appealing, but...
More Wayland synths.
Caleb, if you could maybe mute Augusto Caesar in the chat.
Yeah, well, that shield actually isn't too bad. Oh my god. Yeah, the shield isn't too bad against synths, is it?
Thank you. It's the first time we've had to moderate on YouTube.
Had a present show up the other day. I'm sure you'll appreciate an Eagle Moss Grid statue.
Ooh, nice.
Well, not the giant ones, but normal sized.
Yeah, I don't think they made a giant grid one
Yet. I've been umming and ahhing it for ages, the grid one, because I'd seen it at some of the conventions recently. And some of the nerd shops nearby. But you know me and Eagle Moss.
Yeah, it's... I mean, they do hit and miss. I'm not gonna lie.
But no, I really like this one. To be fair, the few that I have actually picked up from them, I really like. You know, like the dog handlers from Alien 3 and the arcade 2 set that I got. Oh, are you rocking the heavy pulse rifle? Yeah, you are, aren't you? Nice.
Caleb says, expecting me to use my mod abilities as a moderator? Heresy. Oh, I am out of ammo.
Oh man, I'm not enjoying this CQB pistol, I must be honest. I wish I'd have took the Frontier revolver out. Yeah, Connor's exactly what I was thinking there. I never understood the Phalanx class because surely any Xeno would have the strength to pull it away from you and the hard holding it. Well, it's not very good against the Xenos, is it? That's the thing. It's mostly useful against synthetics. When I was playing it against Chevy recently, it was alright because like when he was leveling it up, he'd bring out the shield, I'd get behind him while we were dealing with the synths. Tell me that ain't super satisfying.
Oh, I love the Lancer ability, yeah, it's great. Dude, with 3 exclamation marks, love the armor on these characters, reminds me of the style of Elysium to a certain extent. Cool looking game. Yeah, I really like that movie, Elysium. That's another reason I lament the loss of Blomkamp's Alien 5 is because I always loved his style of tech.
It's funny because that's the one I haven't enjoyed.
Yeah, that's Well, I guess Chappie is usually people's least favorite.
I love Chappie, but then again, I have a huge soft spot for Diane Wood, so...
Fireteam, let's grab that synth power cell. Let's overload the door control.
Rearming.
I'm hoping, White Abaddon says, I'm hoping Eagle Moss will make some RPG models. Would have been awesome to have a Bougainville or the Kremlin. And the Bougainville from 2010 first, anyway.
What now?
The ship class.
They ain't happy. Assault coming from the far end.
Is that not the super carrier? The updated Sulaco.
I don't know. Is it the super carrier?
Synth to your rear.
Swine Rider says, good evening. I haven't played this for a long time. Did they add any new alien enemy classes?
Nope, but there have been some new pathogen enemy classes data mined, so...
Which I think we're expecting to come out in the new DLC. Not the new DLC, the new story content when it comes out.
Yeah, the Bougainville. Yeah, that's the one. They added that to the RPG. Yeah, that was first described in the technical manual and first seen in AVP 2010. And I always like the look of it, the hammerhead kind of shape of it. By the way, folks, just a disclaimer here, like, feel free to criticize this game. That's not why we muted that dude. But, I mean, if we're just hanging out to have fun and every comment is just, like, shitting on this game we're enjoying, it's just, maybe you can use time out then. But, like, if you guys want to criticize the game, like, it's not like this is a perfect game, and it's not like we...
Oh, God knows I've done it enough on the streams over the weeks, is it?
Sizzy says, I love this game, though. I love this game, too, honestly. Like, I feel this game gets a lot of undue criticism for what it was going for, and I think we still haven't seen everything this game has yet to offer.
We are coming up on
That was too damn many. Continue the advance.
the first year anniversary, aren't we, anyway?
We're getting some NECA figures, too, which I might
Oh,
have to get, even though I don't usually get NECA these days, but I may make an exception, because I would have expected it to just be like a retooled runner alien, but they're actually taking the models from the game.
I wonder if Hyrule will do anything.
I would think so. I mean, I would hope so. That's how they got started. They got started with
Colonial Marines, weren't it? Yeah.
Look right. Synth's on the stairs.
So that's the next figure present I'm waiting for. Missy's got me the grid that I mentioned, and something else. I can't remember what it is, but I know it's a hire. My first hire. Well, that's a lie, actually. It'll be the first hire I get out of the box. If you remember, I got that signed Boar Alien from when we spoke to Wyatt.
I need to be using my abilities more.
Oh yeah, you gotta pop off that particle beam. You can get that down to about a 5-second recharge.
We're getting close.
Once you get the
Yeah,
kit
the
fully
extended dewberries and stuff.
Though the danger increases,
The Haya Queen is nice. Yeah, they've had a few. They just released the Resurrection one, and I think the AVP one just shipped for me. Because I think that's the first AVP Queen we've gotten since the McFarlane one, the smaller line.
Oh yeah, the Series 3, the Dioramas one. Did NECA never do one?
No, they did Resurrection and they did Aliens.
Aliens.
They never did the
Well, I suppose the Resurrection one would be easy for them to do, wouldn't it? Just paint it brown.
Walk careful or shoot him from a distance. tracker signal. Bugs.
That's still one of the best pieces of imagery this game has to offer. Is the aliens coming out of the eyes like that.
Oh, that is pretty cool.
You know, for all my criticisms of Colony War, the one thing I will give it is there is some absolutely fantastic descriptive imagery of the alien in there.
Yeah, there have been a couple things spoiled for me that I think sound like they could be interesting concepts. So
But I'm not talking about the concepts, I'm just talking about the way it describes the alien sometimes.
That's good.
It's just fantastic.
Because I have seen
Actually, it makes them
aliens
sound
described
like...
poorly as well. So.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
It describes them as things like hell demons and ripped straight from hell and all stuff like that.
Bad enough.
Magnus says they missed a trick with the queen on Regicide. She should have had a grapple or knockdown ability or took too much damage, run away.
The only survivor.
Yeah, well that's again one of those things that
We're not gonna leave you
I
with
think
your
the game
hands
could have
with
done
these.
better.
You're not understanding me.
Ooh, crates nearby.
The only ones here are synthetics.
Let's just do something better with the queen.
Yeah,
But
so
then
hopefully
again-
we do get a proper boss fight if they do a...
Yeah. For all its love as well, though, you know, I think the queen fights from AVP2 are a little lacking compared to like the way the Marine campaign handled it in the original AVP
yeah.
or AVP Classic. Like, I always liked it. Oh shoot!
Oh.
I always liked it trying to emulate aliens.
I like
And I think
fighting the queen as the Predator more in the first AVP, because you didn't really fight the queen as the Marine, you blew it out the airlock. And that's always
Yeah.
the thing, right? It's like, are you fighting it to the death, or is it like this scripted event where you have to get rid of the queen? Like in Colonial
not-
Marines, where you have to like blast it out of the ship.
Well, you see that I like that
Lucy,
because
welcome.
it does feel more cinematic. And it makes the queen feel a bit more of a threat compared to it just being a bullet soak boss. So for all its flaws, you know, that is something I do actually like that Colonial Marines went back to.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've never like hated Colonial Marines. I mean, sure, it was a disappointment, but I honestly thought the DLC campaigns were good too, and that brought the queen back as well. So hopefully we see the same thing happen here. And we just recorded a podcast recently, our Alien 3 anniversary podcast. So keep an eye out for that.
I don't think I'm gonna have that done for the anniversary.
Yeah, we did. We had five hosts on that one, so
It was 3 hours long. I think I'm gonna get it down to about 2 hours,
Oh.
2.5 hours. Sorry, but
The central computer of Paula Station.
it's taking me a bit of time.
Fucking kidding me.
And the our interview as well for Alien 3 was a long one as well. So it's a bit of work that everybody's reaction to my 30 days thing is kind of pulling the enthusiasm and will out of me to finish.
have you really gotten like a lot of negative reaction from that? Like, are you just looking on Facebook? Like, you're not seeing the Instagram stuff at all, right?
No, I don't really look at Instagram at the minute. But like Twitter, Facebook, it's just a lot of people either ragging on me basically or ragging on Alien 3, and it's just like ugh.
Sir, we need a way to shut Cynthia down.
She has executables across multiple databases. We must disable her.
Lucy
network
says, add neomorphs. I don't need another bloody queen boss fight either. ACM can burn in a fire.
Power cores.
Neomorphs would be cool.
Lock them in. Overload the system.
and quite fitting with the other pathogen enemies. So, oh, the sniper's here. I'm gonna try and blast him. There we go.
Yeah, I'd like to see the Neomorphs in a game. I mean, it looks like we're going to be seeing them in Infernos, which is pretty cool. Because I do think a lot of the proto-alien stuff has been wasted potential so far. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing some of the lore use it.
I bet Phalanx and Lancer would be a pretty good combo. Since you're kind of encouraged to stand still as Phalanx.
I mean, you're welcome to stand behind me, but you normally run off somewhere.
Do you comprehend the significance of these ruins? What you risk unleashing here?
Uh-oh. Got some working toes. Xander, welcome. How you doing?
Look at that, dropped them all. Isn't it brilliant? I'm gonna go grab the thingy.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Xander says, need a third. Yeah, you're welcome to join us if you want.
Is that both of them?
There are forces in the universe humans are not prepared to grapple with. Primary hub powering down. Cynthia's optical network is collapsing.
Yeah, Caleb says the next update will bring Turk
We
back.
did everything to discourage your advance. You wouldn't
No,
stop.
if we're bringing other characters in, we're bringing Hoop in.
We gotta rescue Hoop. We find his pod drifting.
Hoop or bust.
The primary hub has failed.
I'm gonna have to reread Out of the Shadows again soon, I think.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
It's been a
since I
while.
read that one. And I need to listen to the audio drama again because I remember really
Let's
enjoying
overload
that one.
ox hub.
It will. Xander gonna join our squatty waddy. Sorry, but that's not going any further. I don't think Aaron understands the ways of the Uwu speak.
I do not comprehend.
Grab that synth power core.
Esther, we were created to protect.
That's a salvageable power core.
I think White Abaddon said don't forget Bracket as well. Yeah, we can't forget Bracket and his Newt alternative.
Where Utani has them for your own safety. Do not delve further into these ruins.
Turn it on. I was going to say, if we've got it, turn it on.
Oh, I don't know if we got it or not. I forgot to even
We
check.
did. We did.
I didn't.
No, I meant as in if we've got them both, turn it on. I can't be
Oh.
bothered to fight those kids.
Oh, you
The
don't wanna
CQB
fight those
pistol's
guys.
terrible.
Gather up and
I
mark
do not
the
like the
LZ.
CQB pistol. I always found the end of River of Pain hilarious. Because it was just Bracket getting a replacement Newt because he couldn't have Anne and that family. So it always made me laugh.
I just
And yeah,
love...
White Abaddon also brings up the fact that we're actually getting a omnibus containing that original Titan trilogy.
Oh yeah, that's
think-
gotta be a big book.
I don't know, they weren't. Well, yeah.
Let's evac.
I hope
Oh,
that was
there it
not
goes.
unpleasant. If you wish to discuss your experience, I am available at any
Undamaged Threat says, I would love to see Hoop again. The Out of Shadows audiobook is my favourite of the trilogy. The audiobook or the audio drama Threat? And Lucy says she loves the 30-day stuff.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you.
you've got somebody appreciating it.
Yeah, I know.
I've been
It's
enjoying it.
it's very much one of those cases of the negativity is really outweighing everybody else for me at the minute.
Alright, Xander, we are returning to base.
Yeah, damn right, Lucy, I agree. Alien 3 is every bit as important to me as Aliens as well. I've got plenty of problems with it, but I still hold it in as high esteem as the first two. And I could never pick a favourite out of the first three. It just depends on my mood as to what I want to watch.
Xander, I think I have you as a friend on here.
I do believe he's Kyle Reese.
Oh, that's right. Kyle Reese. I'm not seeing him. Maybe you could send him the invite. Unless he...
So threat meant the drama there. Yeah, I love that first drama. And I love River of Pain, and I love Alien 3. The only one I struggled with was Sea of Sorrows, but that was just because the cast was so big, so I couldn't always tell who was who. It's a crime that Audible stopped doing those. Well, I guess Disney didn't want them to do anymore, but...
I mean, we had a good 4. Like, I'd have to say Out of the Shadows and Alien 3 were my favorites, but I liked all of them.
I'll invite you then, Xander.
Okay. Yeah, I'll add you later. What do I not have? Oh, Sizzy actually pointed out to me that one of the camos is animated. And I didn't realize that before. Which one was it?
Cyberbully says, did we ever learn about the Octorians that were mentioned in the breakfast scene in Aliens? I believe that the new RPG has a new... the Ops Manual has a new interpretation of them. I believe. But I haven't read the Ops Manual yet. But if you're interested, on the YouTube channel is a video about what we knew about of them beforehand, which is, I do say so myself, quite interestingly and well put together one. Lucy says, I really wanted a Cold Forge audio drama. You are not alone there, Lucy. I would have loved a Cold Forge audio drama.
Now I want to find this spray. I'm trying to remember which one it was. Oh.
Chrissy says, I just picked up the novelization of Alien 3 by William Gibson. Looking forward to reading it.
Aurora.
Yes.
That was it. Yeah.
Have you found the...
So yeah, I think this is the first animated weapon skin, which is kind of cool. So
What's it do?
Try that. I mean, it just looks like an Aurora, you know.
It's just a holographic effect, isn't it? Okay.
Let's see.
I really liked the William Gibson novel. I mean, it was of my least favourite draft, but what Pat Cadigan did with it, I thought worked really well. I was pleasantly surprised with that one.
Sizzy, you showed me the Aurora skin. That's what I was saying.
Hey, Joe. Joe Marty's joining us.
Welcome, Joe. Okay, so we still all have some synthetics to kill, so let's keep killing synthetics. Which I guess we could do the second Giants in the Earth mission. That's got some synthetics.
Okay.
Not as many, but you know.
Undamaged Threat says, at least we get the perfect organism crew for the audio drama stuff. Yeah, quite right. I do need to re-listen to the last one. I've listened to it through once, I enjoyed it, but there were a few bits that confused me that I just want to go re-listen to and make sure it wasn't me not paying attention.
Find a safe route through the caves so we can extract them.
Have I got an experience one? Yeah, I'll put hidden experience, hidden knowledge on 2 times experience.
All right, I'm cool with that.
Swine Rider says, have you guys seen the Avatar 2 trailer? Is excited for this movie, the first Cameron movie since 2009. You like Avatar, don't you?
Yeah, no, I'm quite excited for it. I always liked the original film. I know the plot was a little formulaic, but I think the world that he created was just so interesting with that. And as they say, never bet against James Cameron. And you know, it's just so funny that people were like, "Oh, who's gonna care after this long?" But the trailer, I think, is the second most watched trailer in 24 hours of all time, after
Really?
Fast and Furious 9.
Wow.
Which I wouldn't have expected either.
It's incredible, yeah.
Because there's no
When
way
pray, says Lucy. Well, we are all wondering about that. I mean, it is summertime, and they said summertime, so hopefully we see something soon.
Yeah.
If
I was
June
kind of
goes
expecting
by-
the trailer this month.
Yeah, as was I. If June goes by, if the anniversary month goes by and we haven't seen anything, then I might start.
Nobody cares about the anniversaries anymore. I'm starting to really notice that. That
Well, they
there's
should.
no
You seeing this?
no theme, no releases themed around anniversaries. It's,
Signals forward. More bugs.
which I think is a huge mistake. Oh,
That kind of reminds me of who's the character that plays Skolek? The actor's name? Who's the actor that plays? Skolek?
Paul McGann. Paul
Paul
McGann.
McGann, yeah. So, in the special features, he's like, when I saw it in theaters, my character just disappeared, which I think is a bit of a mistake.
I've tried to get him on the podcast in the past. We got one response from his agent, and then they just ghosted me.
Yeah, that's how it goes sometimes.
Movement in the walls.
Very few people on Alien 3 like to talk about Alien 3.
I know Tom and Alec do, and I think the
But
film,
they
the
never
film's
never had a
ended.
bad experience on it, did they? Though.
Yeah. Because listening to the commentary, there were quite a few people on the commentary for the 2003 one, and they were enthused about it. It was kind of funny how they had Lance Henriksen in the commentary because he only like chimed in like 2 or 3 times.
He's another one I've reached out to get on the podcast. Lance feels he's had everything he's said everything there is to say about Alien. It's like, okay. So Lance will not be on the podcast, guys.
Oh, he's dead.
Private channel, Fireteam.
Although we did get to put some questions to him in the past. Do you remember?
Yeah, for AVP 2010. And that's
Yeah, that's
usually when
right.
some of those guys want to engage, you know, is if they have a project coming out that's related, then they're more willing to get into things, I think, to raise awareness. Dude, I agree, OPs. I want that Prey trailer now, but considering we haven't had a good Predator film since P2, hey now. My hopes
Bastard
are a
blasphemy,
little
that
low.
is.
Optimistic for the Predator design, though. Thomas Bros need to go.
Casual-like.
They need to go?
Hit the door.
What do you mean?
I think because they were giving everybody all the
They
lawsuit
need to,
stuff, I
they need
assume.
to go? Or they need to go at doing it themselves? Because I don't know how involved they are in filmmaking now. I think it was mostly
They seem to
just-
have disappeared.
I think it was mostly just, we want money. Give us money.
Yeah. Which is the whole point of that law.
Sizzy says, what about AVP? When I met Lance, he was just starting, he just started telling me about working on AVP, and I didn't even ask.
Update, Esther.
Yeah, I would love to see another EVP. And I got to meet Lance as well, and he is a lovely person.
Yeah,
Super
I've met him as well.
I told him that I found out he was in Salt Lake City doing a book signing for that book he wrote, and I found out the day after, and I...
Not bad for a human, man.
Yeah, and I was like super disappointed that I didn't see him, but I did see him at Monsterpalooza, and he's like, "Oh, I'm glad you could finally meet me now," and because he asked if I wanted the book personalized, and I was like, "No, you can just sign it." And he's like, "Oh, you're gonna sell it or something?" I was like, "No, I just sometimes don't need it personalized. Like, I'm keeping this one."
Oh, big boy.
I don't think he would have cared though. I think he was just.
I'm sure they're quite used to it. A lot of things I only like them having the names on because of space. So, like, can you imagine my poster if they personalised it all?
Yeah.
And the collectible card game that Ivan do as well. Good lord.
Yeah. So I kind of pick and choose with personalization. Like recently we got something signed from one of the writers we interviewed. So just like being able to talk to them for a few hours is a bit different because you did have like a personal communication with them for a while. So
yeah,
that one I'm more like, yeah, you could personalize it.
I have all my comics personalised as well when I get them signed. Have you received the those other comics yet?
I have, yeah. I need to send those off. You were gonna. Well, we'll talk about that later.
I sent you the address.
Oh, you did? Okay. Well, I'll get those off this week then. Deep
Let me know when you've done it
Necrosis.
so I can email him.
I hope they get the Predator design right. That's where most of the budget should go. Get it right. The Predators in 1 and 2 were great, but a lot of editing went into them and not looking messed up. I mean, I think K&B did a great job with Predators, with a couple of exceptions, mainly the Jungle Hunter, just having kind of a static face. But they had to do that in a really, really short time frame, so given like the few weeks they had before they started shooting that movie.
That was ridiculous, that time frame.
Yeah. That's what Tom and Alec have said too. They've said like movies used to be in pre-production for a lot longer than they are now. Sorry, I stole your kill there. Oh boy. I'm gonna need to heal up here shortly.
I still stand by the Berserker Predators though.
I think they were a really cool design.
Although I can't not see the mandible thing anymore.
For Fugitive? Or for...
Yeah, and the Fugitive and the AVP ones.
Yeah, I never thought it was like bad in AVP. There's a few shots in with Fugitive where it's like, that could have been better, but...
Well, like, it's just one of those things where once it's pointed out to me, it's like, yeah, okay, I can't not see this.
Yeah.
But in general, I quite like them. I kind of wish they'd have gone for the, you know, Necker's Fugitive had that red sort of patterning on it, or one of them did. I kind of wish they'd have done that for the film. Because I think it's got to the point where it's a little bit stale, every film wanting to do something that's reminiscent of Jungle Hunter now.
Yeah.
Xenomorphs don't attack synthetics, not unless they are attacked.
I think Bishop would like to have some words with you.
Honestly, I think one of the most boring Predator designs we've gotten in years is the upgrade.
Yeah. Although I do like the idea of the armor-plated skin. I like a lot of the ideas, but I don't think execution's pulled off very well.
Wolf had the best design since P2 though. Yep, I agree with that. Wolf remains, I think, pretty much my favorite Predator design.
I love that we finally got someone who was incredibly scarred up like that. That's the kind of thing I like on the Predators. I'm still holding out hope on seeing one with like a prosthetic replacement in one of the films.
Yeah, that would be an awesome concept if they did that. I think the box is over here.
He is nearby.
Undamaged.
I need to
threat.
go reread Thicker Than Blood for my prosthetic prosthetic Predator.
Yeah. Thicker Than Blood was an awesome comic. A great last hurrah for the Dark Horse era with AVP.
100%.
So I wonder when we'll see Marvel's AVP, because I know they're finally launching Predator this year, but I wonder if AVP, like how long after that'll be, if that won't be till next year or what.
I think next year seems likely. I wouldn't expect it this year.
Undamaged Threat says the only complaint about modern Predator designs were the mandibles being too wide than they were in the first two films, but that's just me. Yeah, I mean, I get people's complaints about the mandibles. I do feel like, honestly, they did make them more expressive too, so there are some advantages to that. But yeah, some of the skin folds do get a bit sloppy. But I mean, I do feel like Alec also had a good point when it's like, these things, why do they all need to look the same, you know? So I feel there's sometimes also, I mean, you don't want to stray too far from what we expect a Predator is, but humans look very different from each other, you know? Their physical features look very different from each other. Well, White Abaddon, good news, because they did, at least for the Alien comics, which is what we were hoping for. LaRocca is going to be doing a one-shot with himself as the main character again, since he didn't get enough of that, I guess. And then it'll be a new artist.
And I'm looking forward to finding out who it is. I've got this shield.
Sizzy Bubbles says, let's just say I really hate micro nitpicking on these designs. Yeah, I mean, when it comes down to it, we really don't see the Predators' faces in much of the movies. And, I mean, I know it's significant when we do, and the face needs to look good for sure, but I'm not quite as throwing my hands in the air about it as some. White Abaddon, what are your thoughts on the writer for the comics? Are they any good, or do they need changing as well? I think Philip Kennedy Johnson has been doing all right. I've not been of the same, like, let's change this as I was with the artist. So I'd still like to see what stories he has to tell, especially with better artwork. But I don't want them to stick with the same writer for too long, because again, I'm just used to the Dark Horse era where they switched up the creative team on almost every one. I mean, sometimes they didn't when you had the really long-running arcs with the like Fire and Stone and Life and Death, but I would like to see what some other writers can do. So I hope they just have like multiple lines, but I don't know. I don't know if we'll see like. I think it'll be as they've done. We'll have the monthly one with different arcs, and then we'll just have the one-shots occasionally. Oh yeah, maybe we should fortify this place a little bit.
In general, I agree. You know, I liked what Philip Kennedy Johnson's been trying to explore. Um,
Another
but then again, it was things like his attitude towards criticism
may take time.
that sort of soured me. But and the insinuation that aliens could burst out of people's arses and stuff like that.
Isn't that a Dreamcatcher? Or they do that?
Yeah.
Kick their pasty
Oh god, that movie. No, you
I
bastard!
I enjoyed Dreamcatcher,
We are secure here.
but it has been a long time since I've seen it.
Ain't over till it's over, Rodriguez. Sit tight.
I enjoy it too, just for how batshit it is. But it's certainly not the best example of a Stephen King movie. Swinerider says, yeah, Wolf had actual thought that went into his design because it fit the narrative, badass, acid-scarred, unique facial features, new weapons, but not too outlandish, etc. Just good. Yeah, I totally agree with that. It was a very unique design, and we hadn't seen like an elite cleaner predator before. And I like that concept too. Like sometimes the younger predators just mess up, and a more older, skilled hunter has to go in and clean up the mess.
Should not be capable of this.
Yeah, there was plenty of potential in the concepts. But you and I disagree on that film.
Oh yeah, naturally. It's so funny because twice I had the experience of liking an AVP film, coming home from theaters and being excited to talk about it on AVP Galaxy, and finding out I was one of the few that liked it. Well, the first time AVP Galaxy was just gone, so I was like, oh, I guess people.
Oh, it
didn't
wasn't
like...
that quick. It wasn't that quick. Whereas for me, it's things like I actually quite like Covenant, but a lot of people give that crap. And you know, I'm a huge fan of Predators, and that gets a lot of crap.
Damn. Fully tricked out, the Phalanx particle beam is going to be really helpful in those higher difficulties, I think.
Oh yeah.
Just because it really dishes that damage.
I was talking to Chevy about it.
Oh, are we going to pick that up again?
Yeah.
We totally
When we're all maxed out on Lancer.
Excuse me. I have unlocked the door.
Caleb says, Greg Land incoming. Yeah, that's who they'll replace him with.
Oh God, could you imagine?
Oh,
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? We're all super excited about LaRocco going, but we don't actually know who's replacing him.
Esther, seal the door behind them. Catch your breath, Fireteam. Rodriguez is
How
just
bad's it
in.
going to be if it's somebody worse? Because I'm fairly sure sales have been declining for the series. So it's...
Yeah, well, that's not going to help it if they put some.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think I'm anywhere near the challenge for this.
Yeah.
Let's
The
just
elite
learn what it is.
synthetics, I have 22 of 30. Let's just do that mission again, and let's just get the challenge.
Okay.
I wonder if there's any cards we could do that I really like. More synths.
Mitch says literally anybody that actually draws something would be better.
Exactly.
Yeah. At least on an
Rodriguez's
integrity
group.
scale.
They're at the bottom of an ancient ruin she won't talk about. It's a trade
Wait,
secret.
Abaddon says, I
There's
still think
haywire
it's a
Wayland
shame the
Utani
original
security
Years
stints
Volume
ahead.
1
Cut through them,
uses Greg
link up
Land's
with
cover
Rodriguez, and get her people home
despite
safe.
being stolen. Yeah, that's why you gotta get the direct market variant. Even though his cover's still in the cover gallery at the end. I honestly liked the cover until I
It was
saw-
pointed out.
Yeah. what should we do? Oh, superior firepower. Even more powerful thing.
High mountain passes, wind tunnels. Be ready for chop.
To be fair, I think I've actually been getting all the new covers apart from the Volume 1, you know. I went for Mark Nelson's for that, but the second one I went for the new cover. I think for the third one I've gone for the new cover. And I think the fourth one, it only has variants of existing artwork, if I remember rightly, for Dead Orbit.
The third one I went for the new cover. The second one I went for the direct market one.
Yeah, you went for the Alien cover artwork, didn't you?
I just
think
thought
it's
that was
the
so
Alien.
cool with the weird tribal aliens and the,
Sierras, clear the room.
you know,
Yeah.
how it's all bright in the middle of the day, which you don't expect that with an alien. Like, it was just such a unique cover. Mike and Caleb and I have been playing the hell out of the Godzilla and Kong and Warzone. That's been fun.
Spine Rider says, "What if Big Chap was in Guatemala and the Predator was on the Nostromo?" God, could you imagine? I don't think the Alien would have lasted anywhere near as long.
I would love to see Alien in a jungle setting, though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think that would be cool.
I'd love to see a hived up jungle.
I kind of got a taste of that with that Halloween Horror Nights maze in Orlando when they did AVP, because they wanted to combine like the vibe of Alien and Predator with that maze. The one in Hollywood was just AVPR essentially, which I also loved, but the one in Florida, it was like an Alien style. It was supposed to be a research base, but it looked like the Aliens colony. But it was in like a jungle, like you could see all the jungle plants outside of windows and stuff, and as you entered, so it was a cool mesh of those two aesthetics.
Caleb's saying we almost got that at the beginning of the first AVP. Yeah, but it wouldn't have been hived up. It was just a battle in the jungle. And Mitch is saying the forest alien in Sacrifice was done well. Again, I don't think that was hived up though, was it?
It doesn't ring a bell to me.
Oh mate, that's the one with the baby. Where they give the alien a baby to eat.
Oh, I remember the cover now. Yeah, and the what was that Dark Horse book that has the panel to panel? Yeah.
Yeah.
All the different covers.
That's a fantastic book. I forget who the artist was, but that's like one of Dark Horse's best looking series. Yeah, oh yeah, Mitch, I completely agree. The imagery was amazing in that one. Just the visuals in that one were fantastic. I don't even remember what I was bound to. Oh, there we go.
5. Uh-oh.
Oh no! Haha, I'm kidding. I fooled you. I fooled you.
The Synths have a defense line ahead. Be ready.
I'm starting to wonder, though, if we'll see Fede Alvarez's movie before the series, though.
I do think we will. Assuming it actually goes into production. They just announced it was in development. I watched Don't Breathe for the first time last week or week before. I can't remember.
How did you like that?
I really enjoyed it. I think he's going to make a good Alien film.
Oh, good. Yeah, I really like the Evil Dead remake, and I still need to see the unrated cut of that. But I need to also watch Don't Breathe.
Control panel for the door. No power though.
Like, I can just imagine that working as like a alien isolation kind of thing.
Fireteam, let's grab that synth power cell. Let's overload the door control.
At least that's the vibe I sort of got from it. It was like he could make an alien isolation style film and it would work well. Maybe we avoid the overtness of the turkey baster, but
They ain't happy. Assault coming
you know,
from the
there could be some good rapey stuff going off.
The turkey baster.
Do you not remember? Chris has just messaged me.
Now I want to know
Do we
about
need-
the turkey baster. What happened with the turkey baster?
Do you not remember the end of the film?
Of which one?
Of Don't Breathe.
Oh no, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, you haven't? I thought
No.
you'd seen it.
No,
Okay.
it's just I said I saw Evil Dead and that I need to see Don't Breathe.
Okay.
So I guess I'll find out.
Yeah. Go watch it, buddy.
I think I have an idea.
I did have that spoiled for me before I watched that.
Swine Raider asks, "You gonna watch Jurassic World 3 this summer?" I am. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, the last two ones had their issues, but I still found them to be entertaining. And I've kind of gotten back into the franchise a little bit, just like I was really into Jurassic Park when I was younger. But through the games, Jurassic World Evolution and Evolution 2, I've kind of gotten back into the franchise a bit, and everything that Universal's doing with their parks has been really cool as well. And just to see the original cast back, I have some hope for it, and I'm sure it'll have its silly moments, you know, like the last two did. But I'm looking forward to it.
I really enjoyed the first one. Like, really enjoyed the first one. It's the second one I can't be bothered with. I've seen it twice, maybe. And I'm gonna go see the third one. But I don't have high hopes for it.
Right side, Sierra's advancing.
Now, Camp Cretaceous, on the other hand, is so much fun.
I haven't watched it yet. I'm not one to watch kids shows too much, but I know that's you should because some of them are really good. You know?
Yeah. Mrs. loves that.
I know everyone raves about Clone Wars with Star Wars.
I've not got around to Clone Wars yet, but I've watched Rebels and Bad Batch and I enjoyed both of those.
Clear. Rodriguez, we're getting close.
Wait, Abaddon says, "I think Corporal Hicks has sold me on the 2010 Praetorian design." Yeah, that was a cool design.
Yeah, it was.
Get your people.
I think he was asking about it on Twitter, if I remember rightly.
We're ready for you. And please, call me Cynthia.
Swine Rider says, "Camp Cretaceous was awesome. These kids must smell back to the main island. Sail back? Smell back?
Smell? No, they've been there for a while without a bath.
More sentry
Oh.
guns. Sweep
Oh, they
and
must
clear.
smell. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Eric Kirby's got nothing on them. These kids, like, grew up in the jungle with dinosaurs. They will need therapy, probably. You survived for 8 weeks. We've
Have you
lived
ever
on
read the
those
book?
islands for 3 years. No, I have them. I have not read them. They're long. Those Michael Crichton books get long.
I've read the first one, but I never read Lost World. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah?
Eh.
I know there's a lot of differences with the films.
Well, I think the main one's Richard Hammond is a Raging Bell End.
Instead of
He's
like
straight
the
up a villain
guy.
in, yeah, straight up a villain.
Looks like Xenos.
Apparently,
Tell you what, I
Camp
did start
Cretaceous-
reading though.
What?
To get the taste of Colony War out of my mouth. Have you ever heard of the Broken Empire trilogy? Oh, I started reading the third one in that, Emperor of Thorns. I don't really like fantasy books, but this is one of the ones that mixes it quite well with sci-fi. I recommend those. Prince of Thorns, King of Thorns, Emperor of Thorns. Although, to be fair, I'm only about 70 pages into Emperor, but... Speaking of Crichton, I really want to read...
Hey, I
really want to read Sphere. That was a Crichton book, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I believe it was. I love the movie, Sphere.
We're not gonna leave you in their hands, Rodriguez.
I've only ever seen it once, and I can't remember it very well.
I want to watch Sphere and The Abyss back to back to see which one's better. Probably The Abyss.
Yep, crates down here. Been a few years since I've read Abyss. Watched Abyss, sorry.
Well, yeah, it hasn't been available really. I hear it.
No, I ended up buying it on DVD because obviously it's not out on Blu-ray.
White Abaddon says apparently Camp Cretaceous is going to tie into Dominion. Hopefully not the Terminator dinosaur.
Somebody take the gear.
That might be a little silly.
Lucy says she prefers Fireteam's Praetorian, not just miniature queens, but mature quadruped aliens and bipedal aliens. You see, I'm not fond of the Praetorians in this. I don't know, there's just something about the design that don't quite work for me as they are in here.
Yeah, it's not my favorite Praetorian design in this game, and I mean, I love the Spitter. Like, I like the Spitter more than I did in Colonial Marines in this game, so...
Swine Reader says, what's the best Alien Predator book you can read? Lucy's recommending some of my tops. Cold Forge into Charybdis or Phalanx. I'm also quite fond of Music of the Spears and Berserker from the Bantam days.
I always remember loving DNA War, but I'm worried that'll be another book
Yo.
to go back to and be like, why did I like this so much?
Mr. Zala.
Just like Hunter's Planet.
I think the worst thing you can ever say to us is it's not that
It's
bad.
not that bad. Then you know it sucks.
Yeah. We learned that, didn't we? Now, none of the DH Press books were good as such.
Well, the Alien ones, the Predator ones were.
Yeah, the Alien ones, sorry.
I remember liking Original Sin too, but I mean. Maybe
God, no.
No.
No. I think there was some interesting stuff with Original Sin, if I'm remembering it rightly, in that the space jockeys were obsessed with the aliens because of how easy they reproduced, and the space jockeys couldn't anymore. I think that was what went down in Original Sin. Criminal Enterprise is probably the best of DH presses in terms of it being okay. No Exit had the potential to be fantastic, but it went off the rails in like the last fifth of the book. Just completely off the rails.
No, I really loved Echo, and I didn't expect that I would.
Yeah, I enjoy Echo. I wouldn't call it up there with the best though.
Yeah, I'm trying to like Out of the Shadows 2. I really loved.
She has executables across multiple databases. We must
But yeah, it's hard to just pick a favorite. I mean, yeah, I love Charybdis, I love Phalanx, I
Fireteam, watch for
love
sync power
Coldforge.
cores. Same as the console before. Log them in
But
to
I
overload the
can't
system.
definitively say this is the best one.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised you couldn't easily pick out some of them over the others.
Salvageable power core.
Like, I find most of them to be solid, entertaining reads. But like into Charybdis and Phalanx and Cold Forge, I can quite easily call out as the best the franchise has to offer. And they're not just good alien books, you know, they're good books full stop.
You're gonna get called an Alex White show again.
Yeah, we got speaking of all the negativity I've been subjected to lately, you know, we had a comment on one of the podcast feeds basically just calling us Alex White shills. I was like, well, yeah, damn right, but no wrong with that.
I liked Cold Forge. I didn't love it as much as you did. I thought Into Charybdis was better.
No. I think I would I think Cold Forge over into Charybdis, but within like a point of a decimal.
You liked Cold Forge more than Into Charybdis?
Yeah, but only slightly. Because as far as I'm concerned, they're both 10 out of 10s.
What about AVP book? For that one, it's a little easier. I think I would just say Prey.
Yeah, just pray.
The auxiliary is now handling 76% of Cynthia's internal.
Although I guess we'll see what Rift War has to offer us soon.
Let's overload that ox hub.
Can't remember when that's coming out, is that?
It was delayed. I think it's August now. Mitch says, like, shilling for Alex White is a bad thing.
Grab that synth
Yeah.
power core.
They are a great writer. Definitely.
Honest, Alex is one of the best things to happen to the franchise. I'll never agree to the contrary.
They can't interfere.
That's a salvageable power core.
I've got the last core, I'll put it in, but we can stay and shoot some peeps if you want.
Yeah. I shouldn't be too far off. Okay, I got the elite synthetics. I just need 100 more regular ones.
Okay, well, I don't think we're going to get 100.
Alright, that's fine. But we'll at least kill a few more.
Grab that synth power core.
I never thought I'd hear myself say this after Colonial Marines, but I do hope this game has some human enemies in the next round of campaign. Uh-oh.
It seemed like they were leading into bringing in, you know, the UPP into it and stuff. I'd certainly be interested in... Well, I say that considering how Colony War was also trying to bring in all the other political entities, and it worked out very poorly. But in general, I'm not opposed to the idea of bringing like other human factions into it. You know, bringing the UPP into it, bringing the Three World Empire. Just give them a bit more finesse. I feel like if we got a novel from David Barnett about the UPP, they'd all be stereotypical space commies.
See that yeah, I hope not. I feel like the RPG has done an alright job of, and this game too, has done an alright job of kind of modernizing it. Because that draft of Alien 3 was written in the heat of the Cold War, so I do think you can have the UPP be interesting and have them be socialist or communist or whatever, and have there be a commentary on that. But to just go for the stereotype, oh, it's the Vietnamese and the Russians, you know, and they're all stereotypical, like, for the motherland. Uh-oh.
Yeah, but that was more just a commentary on the subtleness in which
Do not delve further into these ruins.
Barnett handled Brexit.
Closing log. She is gone. It is over.
You
Toss
got
a
her,
biscuit
Fireteam.
on them.
Code
I don't
setting is
get
on
that.
the deck. Gather up and mark
Well,
the
it's good
LZ.
advice.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either, but I mean, we could try it.
We didn't expect to find a rogue botnet, but you handled it. Nice job, Fireteam.
Lucy says the Prowler's basically the defenders from the RPG in essence. You think? I'm not super caught up on the more recent scenarios. Did you read the one at the end of Colony War or not yet?
No, I don't like to read them until after we've played them.
Yeah, what were the
And 'cause
defenders?
I can't remember what they were from. Like I said, I haven't read the new one either yet. I haven't read the Ops Manual.
White Abaddon says if Hyperdyne get brought in, hopefully we might get a Berserker boss. Berserker, wasn't that like the power suit? One of the power
That was not a Max. Yes, no, it was a Max. Yeah, Max.
Yeah, I mean, it did kind of allude to that at the end of the campaign of like all these corporations swooping in to try and take control of the area.
Oh, I've unlocked some new bits. I do. I need to go back and reread the core book and read.
Still not quite at rank 5. Almost there. Just a little bit left. Xander got the Alien Day skin that they released if you logged in for Alien Day. Very nice. Yeah, we could do some Horde mode. It's been a while since I played that.
Fireteam, we need to
Lucy
divert
says
the
the
Xenos from an
RPG
ongoing
core book,
operation.
LOL.
Get aboard Katanga and
I
no
don't remember.
The adult version of the
bugs will
runner,
come at you in waves.
being that the
Hold on
warrior's
as
the
long
adult
as you
version of the
can,
drone. See,
then
I
get
never,
out.
I know that was an interpretation. The whole like ridged head was just their age, but I've always taken it as there were different casts. You know, the warrior and the drone. The drone's more to protect the hive, defend the hive. The warrior's more the queen's muscle. I've always preferred that interpretation myself. So perhaps the Prowler would just be the warrior version then of the runner. Caleb says, was that skin only available on Alien Day or just released on that day? I don't know. You could try logging in and see if you get it. They just did a post that said log in on Alien Day to get the skin.
Oh, I haven't played Horde in ages.
More
Fireteam,
schmert.
we got a salvage job happening in a nearby sector. Our job is to lure the Xenos away from that engineering team.
That's another thing I liked about
We
Colonial
prepped a
Marines is how they handled the
defensive position for you.
lurkers
When you're ready to
as the
start,
drones.
hit the control for the air shaft.
And this game kind of does the same thing through the hit and run ones.
I always used to like playing the lurkers.
Yeah, we still need to get a game night set up for that. Anybody in chat Any of you be down for some PvP Colonial Marines on PC? Not today, but soon.
You were supposed to post in the thread about that, weren't you?
Yeah, I think I will do that today, actually. I think I'll get that ball rolling. Lucy says basically what I mean, just wondered what you thought of the idea of Prowler being the warrior equivalent and Runner being the drone. Yeah, that's a cool idea. I mean, I can see it that way. Interesting how they're red. The
You're really
Prowlers.
pissing them off.
Oh, I've got the handgun challenge now.
White Abaddon says, I'd love to play PvP, however, I only have ACM on PS3. Are there any active? Well, I mean, I guess we could be doing our own server, but...
Yeah, it's not servers.
Yeah. I don't think I ever got that for... we got it on 360, and that's how we played it the first time, I think.
They're not quitting.
Grabbing ammo.
See the equipment cabinet in the corner? You can access that to requisition supplies. You'll get requisition credits after each attack.
White
Choose
Abaddon
careful.
says, might buy it
Gotta
though
make that
if
shit
I know
last.
which month the play along will be. It'll be in the summer sometime.
More on the way.
And maybe we'll time that.
Say December.
No, the summer. The summer.
Oh. I was going to say, good lord.
And maybe we'll time it around the Steam summer sale, so that way anyone who wants it can get it for like super cheap.
Get it done. Hey, check this. Stay
Have you ever read Tribes?
I have not. I have it. That would be a pretty brief read, I think.
Yeah, so, you know, because I've bummed out I've been lately, I was asking for recommendations for,
Like the
you know,
novellas
people's
and,
favourites. Yeah, just something short. And somebody recommended Tribes, and I'm going to read it after I've, reread it after I've finished
Clear.
this Emperor of Thrones, because I've not read that for a long time, and that is one I remember having so much fun with.
grabbing ammo.
That's where the mech suit was first introduced, actually. I don't think it was Berserker. I believe it was Tribes. And all the Dorman artwork in there.
Yeah, the artwork is awesome in that one, and I love his artwork in Nightmare Asylum as well.
It'd be nice if Titan did something like that again. I mean, the intern will be dead busy putting all the artwork together, but I think that could be. I think something like that could be really fun.
What do we think the new feature is going to be for this game?
Pull up your socks, huh?
Season
They'll be
4.
back.
I'm guessing.
What was the last feature? Was it the new horde mode thing?
I think it was the lifetime stats, because that would be the game mode. The
Oh, yeah.
No, the last feature was the custom loadouts, and then before that it was the lifetime stats. So I am thinking it could be crossplay. I think that would be good.
Oh, that would be so nice.
Because they've said they want to add that. But I hope in the future they still add a first-person mode, because I loved how Evil Within and World War Z did that after the fact, and it played really well no matter which mode you were playing, if you were playing third person or first person.
Sentry deployed.
White Abaddon, get the RPG artist for a new illustrated novella. Yeah, I really love the artwork for the RPG, and I hope they just make a nice hardcover art book for it sometime.
It's Free League's in-house guy, if I remember rightly, as well.
Yeah, because he's doing the stuff for Blade Runner too, I think.
Warrior, my side. Are you interested in the Blade Runner one?
Yeah, I'll probably get it. Just because I really enjoyed the Alien RPG, and I've always liked Blade Runner a lot. I mean, I've never been a huge Blade Runner fan like I am Alien, but like I know a good bit about the franchise, and I enjoy it. Like I watched all that anime, the
Black Lotus.
Black Lotus, and I really enjoyed that too. Xander, I didn't know you were with the Shoulder of Orion guys until just recently.
Port's clear,
PO
for now.
guys.
I'm not going to bother with it.
Don't they have a Lord of the Rings one coming too, or is that a different company?
Probably a different company.
I know
They're
they
waiting
have
for us.
another sci-fi RPG coming. It's like an original one, I think.
Yes, they do. I think they already released it for free, didn't they? I'm sure I got like a free copy.
I don't know. I just saw a couple posts about it, and I was curious.
But we need to get back into the swing of this one first. Are you rejoining the sessions once we finish this one off with Eric?
Yeah, I just don't like coming in like halfway through, because then I have to like find my bearings, and I feel like I'm slowing everybody down. And the campaign plays, like I've done it before, and I really liked how the story was going, but it's something you just have to have everyone get a regular schedule on. You can't play it through in an afternoon like you can a scenario.
Why about him saying he'd really like to see Free League do a thing RPG.
Yeah, that would be cool. I'd love to see that myself.
Grabbing ammo. I'll get those bastards for this.
What wave do we have to make it to? Is it 10?
Yeah, I believe so, before we have the choice of evacuating. Maybe I should get a turret. Or can I not? Oh, I can buy something right now, okay.
Silo's down. Oh, no, another one. Praetorian.
Chris Hurley says, would be great to hear what the hosts think about the new Predator movie and if they have any idea or upcoming news about it. We do not. It's been kind of radio silent on that front since November when they finally officially announced it and showed off a little teaser image. But the release date is, well, it doesn't have a lockdown date, but it's summer sometime. So I would expect we'll see something on it, if not before the end of this month, then the next. At least that's what we're all hoping for.
And there was that interview recently with Amber Mid-Thunder, and she just talked about it being a summer film there as well. So it's still on track for summer.
I think you're right, though, Aaron. I think with this just being the first, streaming-only release movie in the franchise, the marketing campaign is going to be different than we would typically see for a theatrical film.
It's going to be a short burst thing. Which is a shame for, folk like us on my side. Because folk like us like to have all the build-up, don't we? But, yeah, like Caleb says, a short controlled burst. Just to remind people that it's coming out. Go and watch it. It's going to be very different. Crusher on the left. Nice.
Oh. Ah.
Don't forget about the supply cabinet.
Man, you earn money so slowly in this one. Maybe it's just because we're playing on standard. Maybe you earn it quicker on intense and higher.
Probably die quicker on intense either, as well. Chris Hurley says, do you think if this movie fails, it will be the end of Predator movies for 10 plus years? Honestly, Chris, I'm surprised we're even getting this one.
After the last one, yeah, I think the franchise is just strong enough to weather those things. I mean, look at the Terminator, right? I mean, that keeps going, so...
That's having an anime now, isn't it?
I think so. I know Netflix just announced a whole bunch of new animes, which is funny because there was that recent news that they weren't going to do that anymore, but I didn't see AVP on that list, and I was like, God damn it.
I don't think you're going to see that, ever.
Exists somewhere.
I know, but I don't think we'll see it.
Maybe one of these days the artist NDAs will expire and they'll just be like, yeah, here it is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, in about 5 years' time, we'll start to see some updates to some profiles on ArtStation.
Yeah, that Lancer Blast is just ridiculous with its damage.
On standard, it's not. It's not quite so intense on intense.
But I think if you were to spike them with like the charge coils and then hit them with the blast, even on the higher difficulties, you could take them down fairly quickly. Time to storm the Disney vaults. The anime heist.
Heck yeah. Just like we were going for Area 51.
Naruto run towards it.
Yeah.
Oh. Ah! Here we go, heal.
He's
He'll be
down.
The army. Patching up.
It's sad for a Pred fan. Yeah, well, it is sad times, but it's not out yet. We don't know if it's gonna be good or not.
I mean, yeah, the comics could be good, and there's a Predator anthology coming, and you still got the game. I really enjoyed the game. I hope that actually gets some. I hope that game gets some new content around Prey. The lore we got for the Preds is that they want autism. Yeah. Did you read that interview?
Did you?
With,
Yeah, I was just
yeah.
about to ask you.
He's like, the
Yeah.
parents with autistic children didn't think we handled that so well. I was like, you think?
Well, no, I mean the way he makes it sound like as well. It's like we didn't like the way autistic parents didn't like the way that we handled it because it was too much of a hard time for them on their kids, and it was like, no, that's not what everybody's saying. 'Cause, I mean, one of the guys on our boards is a parent to an autistic child as well, and he was talking, and it's like, no, that's not the problem. Stop trying to deflect the issues with your handling and portrayal.
Cyberbully says, my expectations are very low for Prey. The director said the movie is probably being cut down for a PG-13 release as well. I haven't heard anything about that. I know the producer, John Davis, said we're not sure about the rating yet, but...
I mean, it's going to make no difference if it's on streaming, really, is it? Rating's not going to matter. And it is streaming only, we know that, so it's a moot point. They're not going to cut it down to be a PG-13.
Patching up.
we hope, because John Davis did say they weren't sure.
Well, no, if they're not releasing it in the cinema, there's no need.
I mean, they still have ratings, even for streaming, for some movies. It might be different than that.
Fireteam, our engineers completed their salvage. We got another salvage coming up. We can pull you out, or you could keep distracting the bugs.
Are we done?
I'm good. I'm good to come out of that one. Yeah.
Return to base.
Have I got one more in me?
There, Marines.
Yeah, we can
Get
do
your
one
ass
more.
Back to the dropship.
Oh, finally made it to 5 on Lancer. Nice.
I think I still need some more synth stuff.
Yeah, I do too. We can kill some more synths.
It being streamed on Disney Plus doesn't make a difference. There's adult areas to it.
International yet. They've only just started that domestically with some of the more adult Marvel shows. So they just barely.
Oh, and you've got Alien as well, haven't you?
No, not yet. No. But there was like a leaked video of Disney 18 Plus, I guess they're calling it. So yeah, I do think Disney Plus will eventually expand to have R-rated content on the platform. As un-Disney as that may be, gasp, but I think it will happen. But yeah, I hope it's not PG-13, regardless of what John Davis said. And if it is, I mean, Dan Trachtenberg has directed an intense PG-13 movie before, so. But I hope it's not. Predator usually is.
Cloverfield PG-13.
Yeah,
Was
10
Cloverfield?
10 Cloverfield Lane was PG-13.
That was dripping with tension. Alright, I'm ready when you are.
Alright, I'm just gonna add a couple extra little goodies here.
PG-13 stuff, Lucy. I think there was a random interview with John Davis where he got the title the wrong way around. I think he called it Skulls rather than Skull at the time. if I'm remembering rightly. Oh, I'm getting older. My memory's not so great.
Oh, I max ranked these weapons. Nice. I can use some other ones now. Let's try the microburst.
Yeah, so Chris is saying that there's Predators on Disney Plus in Ireland. It is in the UK as well.
Alright, so yeah, I need a few more synths. So why don't we do first mission of Only Way to Be Sure? That has some synths. Unless
Yeah, sure.
You just want to do a synth heavy mission again.
I don't care. Just pick a mission. It don't matter. I don't think I'm gonna finish it off.
This is the big one, Fireteam. The Katanga Casino Hive must be
Do
destroyed.
I have?
We stop the
I do.
spread.
Yeah, Lucy, I mean,
Blue team
the
will
Predator
advance
movie
ahead of
isn't
you and rig the
confirmed for
refinery
Disney
for
Plus. It's
self-destruct.
confirmed for
You'll
Hulu. I
follow
mean, I'm sure it'll
and
be
keep
on
their path
Disney
to safety
Star or
open.
whatever it is in international markets. But as far as the US goes, the only thing confirmed is a Hulu release, which does have R-rated content. But we'll see. I wouldn't put too much stock in producer speak sometimes.
Madam,
Oh, what? Oh, my bad.
ready up.
I was just cracking open an energy drink.
I was just finishing my beer.
Soda time. So I guess there's this popular coffee chain called Dutch Brothers, and I tried it recently.
Did you say Dutch Predators?
No, Dutch Brothers.
Oh, okay.
It should be called Dutch Brothers. But they have their own like energy drinks too, and I was like, this is gonna taste horrible. Like this is gonna taste like a snow cone or something. But it was really good. I was quite impressed.
I think that's a US thing, mate.
Yeah, I don't think you have the. You have the Pretamanga, which I miss. I like that place a lot. They have good little sandwiches.
Fire team, we're seeing synth activity. Give me a sit rep, Molina.
Seeing them forward too. Nothing we can't
Right?
handle.
That's like one of the bigger chains over there, right?
We're continuing inward. Watch our ass.
And Damage says, imagine an alien or predator themed drink.
Oh, you can
I'll
find
be surprised if they
some
don't.
recipes for those. Yeah, I've made them in my Mondo
would
tiki
shut
cups.
down once we offed computer
If I remember rightly, there's some craft beers in the States that are themed around them.
They have no direct.
And I think I must have the picture somewhere, but for the Covenant
Acknowledge, Molina.
for the Covenant premiere, for the cast and crew party, they did a bunch of alien themed
Hold the deck, fire team.
themed drinks.
I think the box is in.
I must have a picture of the menu somewhere. I'll have to try and find it. I was not expecting these aliens.
Ah! Uh-oh.
Don't worry, it's just a flesh wound.
Aggravated X Mayhem says, I'm looking forward to running a campaign for the RPG. I have 6 outlines finished, one of which Alien 3 meets Shawshank Redemption. Ooh, that does sound intriguing. Yeah, I have still yet to be a GM, but I'm sure one of these days I'll make
Fireteam, Spiker console
you and some
forming.
others suffer
Esther,
through it,
I want you
Aaron.
to lock down all doors to forward and aft of our route.
Network intrusion will be
Honestly, I'm just kind of happy to be getting back into it. I have so much fun with that game. I need to sit down and just read through the core book and the expansion
Yeah,
again.
as do I. Yeah, I mean it's worth getting even if you don't plan on playing much, just for the lore and the artwork.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can hear something behind those doors.
Shouldn't you be triggering the thing? Oh, it's alright. Xander's on it. You just run around.
Well, I gotta get that box.
How have you not already got it?
They have detected me.
Sentry's ready to go.
You're both playing Lancer, aren't you? Yeah.
I think so.
Incinerator, Sin! Aim for the tank!
Do.
Stop! Another flamethrower!
Yeah, the microburst is pretty cool. Damage isn't too much yet because it's still not ranked up, but White Abaddon says, I was thinking of doing an alternate version of Colony War as an RPG scenario. A good version?
I think the scenario that comes in the back of it, I haven't read it, but I think it's supposed to be like a follow-up to the events of the book.
Break out a torch. That's the door blue Fireteam
Yeah, I
will.
need to just read that book. I know Lucy was saying we should just do a podcast on it anyway. But we've done so many bad book podcasts now.
Just lately, innit? It just feels like, oh my god, all we're doing is negativity at the minute. Like, we'll have our review episode for the second arc of the comic soon. I think that finishes at the start of the month.
Boy, that'll be.
Let's get blue Fireteam that cover.
I'm finding all my will and energy sapped out of me at the minute with it.
Oh, Kyle Reese is charged ahead. Marines, we are leaving. Nice.
Did you both lance him?
No.
Nah.
Sander got him. Now we both lanced him.
Look, one of the egg crates the synths use. Busted open.
There may be more. Be cautious.
Slapping fresh ammo cases. That's the box heading your way.
We probably should do the episode though, shouldn't we?
For Colony War?
Yeah.
I suppose.
It just might not be for another month or two.
It's not going to be relevant then.
Yeah, well, we've
I'm
got
not
stuff to be doing.
about that,
I know, you are not one to talk. It's just we've got 2 in the bag. I've got 2 other, well, possibly 3 other interviews lined up. We've got the comic review to be doing soon. I fully expect we'll have Prey to be doing soon. We'll get there. I'm just in no rush for this one, but
3-hour
we'll do it.
podcast on a like 2-minute trailer, if that.
I don't even think we'll bother doing a review episode on the trailer.
Grabbing ammo.
Area secure.
Just do it for a motion tracker.
Blue Fireteam, how are you doing?
Rearming.
But it needs to hurry up and happen. I'm sick of waiting.
Yep, definitely. Oh!
Their Fireteam faces multiple xenomorph assaults. 2 Marines injured, 1 severely.
You're at our outer defense perimeter. Xenos heading your way.
We have a spitter back there. It doesn't only spawn a spitter at this point, does it?
I don't know.
Caleb says apparently a movie came out recently called The Prey,
Oh, yeah.
starring Danny Trejo.
There have been 2 movies called Prey recently, I think, in the last few years. Oh, oh!
But have any starred Danny Trejo? That's the real question.
Probably not.
S.
White about and say maybe we should do a tribes episode beforehand to get good motivation.
I would need access to the damage control systems.
I'd be down for that. I still want to do the Judge Dredd episode.
Enemy territory.
You do.
I do.
You do.
We have lost contact with Blue Team.
Out on my SMG.
Yeah, I've only got another mag left.
Don't get close. Melina, you read? Give me a sit rep. Look out!
You back?
Oh my god.
Catching up.
You have reached the outer hive.
White Baden says there are alien knockoff films, but are there any alien knockoff novels? That could be interesting. I'm fairly sure that's going to be a deep dive that will go far longer than any of the film discussion.
Keep tight. Don't let them catch nobody alone. Damage control rooms just
I have to rewatch Dark Star again.
I still have never seen. Oh, Darkstar. I have seen Darkstar.
Yeah.
I really like Darkstar. For some reason, I thought you were saying Outland.
Oh, Outland's
Lock this
brilliant
ship
as well.
down. Esther, you're in charge now.
They did a book on Outland actually. I think ADF novelised it.
Oh.
Please
Thank you.
install a wireless repeater on that console. That will allow me to override the system. This is
I've been
certainly
thinking about
not-
booking some time off work and just having a couple of days purely to myself.
Yeah.
It'd be good to like just have a marathon of yeah, things like Darkstar and Outland and Aliens.
Yeah, it's good to have a movie day.
8 kids here.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Well, we've nearly finished anyway, haven't we? If you're talking about the robots thing.
Initiating
Get
door
eyes on this.
overrides. Subdeck 5 through deck 35.
Beep boop.
Sentry
Beep boop.
deployed. Drone inbound.
Did you miss it?
Yeah, I missed it.
Is it a thing to defend the first bit down there as well? Have I missed this trick?
Yeah, you can just immediately move over here after you hit that switch.
Xander's come straight in here. I think somebody's pro gaming here.
Heads up. Xeno spitters.
Doors sealed and locked. I need you to access the HVAC system now.
Line is prepped.
Thank you. I will isolate the air ducts by deck. Expect more xenomorphs to be roused by this.
Marking the deck.
Armored warrior inbound.
Ah, yeah.
Joe says if we ever play Classic or 2010 or Clone and Marines, he'd love to play with us again.
Yeah, we will-
Yeah, that was a good stream last stream, weren't it?
yeah, that was fun. Definitely do some more of that too.
All sub-levels have been isolated.
Well, Joe, you are always welcome to when there's when we're doing one of those.
Get yourself AVP too while you're at it.
It's free.
Ducts sealed up to deck 15. You are doing well.
I think this feels like one of those extreme playthrough locations. My only achievements left to do now are
Difficulty
the difficulty based ones, yeah.
too.
Sergeant,
Oh, Joe can't get AVP2 to work on his PC. I think Chevy has that problem, to be fair.
I had a hard time with it too. Just make sure you get the latest version from the AVP Unknown guys.
Make sure you got a full kit. Be ready for supports,
Nice.
eggs, and trucks with
Well, I think we're done for today, aren't we?
Yep. Thank you everyone for tuning in. We really appreciate it. And hopefully Aaron can get one of those light gun games sorted out, because that would be a fun one.
Well, Armageddon works, but it's only like 40 minutes. I want to try and get
You mean
Alien 3.
Extermination?
Yes.
Alien
But
3,
the... Yeah, Alien 3, the gun I need to figure out. I haven't got around to it this week because I've been working on the podcast.
oh, well, thank you, Undamaged Threat and Joe. We appreciate it.
And you too, Caleb. Don't worry, you too.
That's what we like to do on Sundays. We just like to chill.
Yeah.
But
Come on, take us back to base, Adam. Come on.
back to yeah. Okay. I'm out of it today. I
You
need
are
some more of this
terrible.
stuff.
Do you mean today? This is your normal behaviour.
What? No.
We are always waiting for you to ready up.
Oh, come on. You have had your times. We've waited on you too. Don't try to deny it.
This is true. I cannot deny it. But typically, it's you, Lado. Right, well, pleasure as always.
Yes. Thank you again,
See you
everyone, for
next
joining.
time.
You can find us on our website, on our forums, avpgalaxy.net, and we are also on all the major socials if you search AVP Galaxy or Alien vs. Predator Galaxy. We will get a game night lined up soon, so keep an eye out for details on that, and we should see you next Sunday. Later, everyone.